evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us on this crazy snowy night. Teena here. And you know what? I'm genuinely excited about today's conversation because Virgin Voyages brings something completely different to the cruising world. And with Black Friday in full swing, the timing couldn't be better to explore what they're offering. I've got Sean here from Virgin Voyages with me. Sean, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for the invitation. I always love hanging out with you guys.
Awesome. We like hanging out with you too.
I also like being inside when I look outside my window right now too. So it's quite nice.
I know. Yep. All right. So we all know Virgin Voyages likes to shake things up literally. And what should people know about sailing with Virgin Voyages?
Well, I think the biggest thing that people should know about when they're sailing with Virgin Voyages is we're not so different than the other cruise lines in many ways, right? There's still a lot of those cruisisms that we love to bring in because in reality we are a cruise line. But I think what the biggest difference is we are a kids free voyage, right? That idea where the adults are the center of attention, which is quite nice. And we step away from like the traditional cruiseism. So there's no main dining room, for instance, in our experiences. We believe in a very flat organization. So our captain like wears a golf shirt around the way. But we like to always say, yes, that's included in the fare versus no, that costs extra. And especially when it comes to like things like Wi-Fi, dining experiences, and of course, all the wonderful fitness activities that we offer.
I just learned something. I didn't know the captain wore a golf shirt. And
oh yeah, like there's
Virgin Voyages.
No, there's been so many times where it's kind of awkward because my eyesight as I'm getting older is worse. So I have to get closer to the name tags to see people like what they are. Yeah. And I remember, and like I've been in the elevator many times and I look over, I'm like, oh, that's the captain, because you just don't know. They don't have their traditional stripes, the white uniform kind of idea. And yeah. I think that's just a really great way of showing that we're all in it together to create an amazing experience for the clients. We don't work off that hierarchy that traditionally is focused on the marine kind of stuff. Yeah.
All right, fun. Okay, well, we're all here for Black Friday. Mm-hmm. So tell us what Virgin Voyages has rolling out for Black Friday that you want to promote.
Yeah, sure. So I think what we want to focus on is, and now thank you, it's on the screen. We've got like a multi-prong approach to things. This sale right now for Black Friday is running now. So you can definitely connect with your friends at Vacations for Canadians and they can definitely take care of you. But then this will run until December 4th at the end of the day. So midnight Eastern is when this promotion is going to expire. What you want to know first and foremost is every single voyage, every single cruise that is out there right now is buy one, get the second sailor at 80% off, or easy to say 40% off per person. That is transcends on every single voyage that we have right now. The only speculation of that is it's not applicable when it comes to our Rockstar cabins, right? Because our Rockstar cabins, they just sell out anyway. So our suites are not applicable to the 80% discount. Combined with that, you have the opportunity to get up to $500 of bar tab. It's our approach to the way we serve alcohol, also mocktails and specialty coffee per cabin, depending on two factors. One, is it a sea terrace or is it a Rockstar suite? So you can actually get free drinks with a Rockstar suite. And then the length of the voyage that you're on. We are doing a little bit of a kicker where the majority of the global itineraries is up to $400. But if you're looking for one of those beautiful itineraries out of Miami or out of San Juan, Puerto Rico, we're upping it up to a maximum of $500. That is the main promotion. But because we love Canadians, we actually have an additional component to it. So this is for our residency rates, and these are exclusively done through our wonderful travel partners like Vacations for Canadians, where they can save up to an additional 15% off the voyage fare after we take care of the original promotion, right? This Black Friday promotion. Now, these sailings are a little bit more close in. So I have sailings available through the end of May. Not every voyage or every cruise is available. So you definitely want to connect with your preferred advisor here so they can take a look and save you this additional money. The second part of this promotion is around our lock-it-in rates. So we have a lock-it-in rate with us is a restrictive fare, meaning once you kind of book it, You can't really move it. You're not guaranteed your cabin number until closer to the date, but it's really great if you're looking for a last minute voyage. Maybe you're looking outside and you're like, I got to get out of here kind of vibe, or for sure you can sail on these specific dates. We have a bunch of sailings that are starting at 150 Canadian per person per night, plus all those wonderful port fees that are out there in the world.
Yep, and you can always put insurance on it if you're
right.
Nervous, right? Like,
no matter what, you should be putting insurance.
I agree, 100%.
You never know what curveball will be there. I mean, prime example today, right? You're ready to go on your trip, and the weather throws you a curveball, and it's not safe for you to drive, or you can't make it to the airport. That's why you have insurance. It's to cover those things you don't think is actually going to happen.
Absolutely, especially this time of year.
100%.
But all year long, we're Canadian. we need to build in some time to get there, and we also need to get our insurance.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay. So I do have some featured sailings to share with you guys. And I will just go on to the next screen here. So this is a lock it in rate that Sean was just talking about it. So we've called it a flash sale. It's one of these ones that we know it's really low. It's probably not going to stay at that price very long. It's either going to sell out or the price is going to go back up. So we've got the Resilient, the shiny new Resilient Lady, February 14th in a lock it in Sea Terrace. And it is paid in full, but it's a fantastic 7-night itinerary, $25.88 for 2 people. That includes all your dining, so you don't pay for specialty dining on Virgin Voyages, your Wi-Fi, and your essential drinks, which is your teas, your coffees, your juices. What am I missing? Is it sodas too?
Yeah, your soda or pop, whichever you look at, your flat, your sparkling water, your regular coffee, your sachet tea, and your non-pressed juices.
Nice. So, I mean, you have to add that in because the other cruise lines will charge you for those things. So yeah, and just so you know, I did find lots of other dates with the Resilient this winter. So if that date doesn't work for you, you can reach out to us, and I'm sure we can find you another one. But that's one of those lock it in rates. So it's full payment due on booking, and start packing.
And look at the date on that. Look at the date on that. That was February 14th. What a great way of celebrating Valentine's Day.
Exactly. Right? And it's also a good spot in February because it's February blues, right? You're just sick of the winter.
100%. And this is one of our new itineraries that's selling like hotcakes. I'm actually going on this one in a couple of weeks myself. And I'm really looking forward to, helping support that relief and bring that resurgence into Jamaica, because we did it last week. We had our first sailing in there, and the energy is amazing. People are really welcoming our sailors back.
It is very important that we get back to these islands when they've been hit, for sure, to put money into the community. I mean, that's where we're going, right? We're going because they have a beautiful island. We need to keep it beautiful.
100%.
All right. Okay. Now we're going to move on to a sweet deal. So we've got Scarlet Lady again this winter. It's a 5-night Riviera Maya, and suites. So this is a Rockstar suite guarantee. So you will get into a suite. You're just not guaranteed what it's going to be. You will get the Wi-Fi, access to Richard's rooftop, which is a private sun deck. You also get an in-room bar set up at the beginning of your sailing. You'll get a Rockstar agent, which is like a butler. And also you get lots of early booking and priority everything pretty much because you're in a suite. So you'll get early dining, early ability to pick your dining and things like that as well. So
that's correct. You'll get early dining reservations ahead of everyone else. You'll have access to making those shore excursions before they do sell out. And because they're small group experiences, they do sell out. And of course, I think that in-room bar is nice. I mean, it's something that's really great. Maybe you and your travel partner are having a quick cocktail before, going out for dinner, or you want a little nightcap and you don't want to be with everyone else. It's a really nice perk.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Can't remember which one it was. It might have been a corner suite, but we have done the
cheeky corner suite. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I do suites on all the cruise lines because I tell my husband that I need to do that so that I can tell my clients what they should book.
That math makes sense. I like it. Yeah.
It's girl math.
Yeah, I like it. That's not even girl math. That makes sense to me.
That's just math. All right. Okay. On to the next one. Oh, here. I did a solo deal because Virgin takes care of their solos really well. And I've been solo on a Virgin cruise before, so I understand everything that's involved. You're going to get invited to a ton of things to meet other solos. So this one here is on the Valiant. It's 9 nights going from San Juan to New York. So you've got a few stops in the Caribbean, and then you'll hit a few stops on the East Coast. So you've got the solo insider room. And again, you've got your dining, your drinks, your Wi-Fi. And then you've also got these solo opportunities. And that's a 9-night cruise for $28.90. So that's priced really well.
That's a really good value.
Did you want to say anything about that one, Sean?
Yeah, I think from a solo perspective, the solo, I like. You can do as much or as little as you want, but what I really love with the solo one is, and I travel a lot solo too. Mostly it's for work, but I like to partake in this stuff. Is the opportunity to meet like-minded individuals, meaning other solo travelers in a non-formal atmosphere. You can have a cocktail or a mocktail depending on your preferences, and then the opportunity to have dinner with the collective group. And what I find is you find different partners for different things. So I find an activity partner, I find dining partners, I have people that I just want to play board games with kind of idea. It's just a really great for people to connect, so you never feel like you are truly solo, but then you still have that nice retreat back to your own kind of thing and your own vibe.
Yep. I can very much appreciate that. I have done solo quite a bit over the years, and I've been on other cruise lines where it's kind of awkward sitting in the dining room, eating my dinner by myself. I'm on the phone with my husband because I'm so bored.
Yeah, no, I you know what, for a life that I have being on the road a lot, I always appreciate having a dining partner.
Yeah, for sure.
Whenever possible.
Yeah. All right, on to the next one. Here's my favorite. So we love our back-to-backs at Vacations for Canadians. Why go twice when you could go once, basically? And we love pairing transatlantics with Mediterranean cruises because you really get to see a lot. So in this case, you're going all the way from Athens over to Miami. So with that, you're going to hit Greece, you're going to hit Italy, you're going to hit Spain, Morocco, Tenerife, the Canary Islands, and then you're going to cross and go to Miami. So you're basically getting the full the full Mediterranean experience before you even start your transatlantic. So you know what? That you do your first, 10 days or whatever, getting off and seeing Europe, and then you've got the next 10 or 11 nights to really take in the ship, relax, go to the spa, do all those nice relaxing things and really have a good vacation. So what a great price, $12,000 for 2 people. And this one includes some bar tab and some sailor loot. So the second sailing, for example, $400, $200 in sailor loot, $200 in bar tab. And in the 7-night one, it's $150 in sailor loot. Now, sailor loot can be used for bar tab, but bar tab can't be used for sailor loot. Did I get that right, Sean?
You got that 100% right.
Okay, good.
And you know what? I did my math on this. We were talking about math earlier. That's less than $300 a day for all of that. That is absolutely phenomenal. And if you that last portion of that 14 days that's transatlantic, I'll give you a little hint. That is also where we usually celebrate Halloween, even though it's a little bit earlier. So right, yeah. So most of our transatlantics coming back will be our Halloween voyages as well. So if you do like to dress up on Halloween and you want to enjoy all the treats without the kiddos, that's a really great other selling point of that 14-day.
I have not done Virgin for Halloween, but I would imagine you guys do it really well.
Any excuse to have a good time, we'll do it.
Yep, for sure. And Halloween on a cruise, if you've never done it, it is a blast. And I can tell you, we don't dress up at home, but if we're on a ship, we're going to dress up. So
and you know what? It's also nice is no one has to drive, right? You can partake in whatever you wish, and there's no responsibility in terms of getting home safe or whatever the case. But you just got to find your cabin at the end of the day.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Okay. So those are the 4 deals that I picked out. I hope you like them. I think they're all fantastic. Sean, now talk to me a little bit. What is the Virgin Voyage difference? What are guests raving about with Virgin Voyages?
I think the first and foremost is the service level, right? So I always say we are premium without the pretentiousness, right? We give an amazing service without the white glove. So we really want to get to know people, and because there is a no tipping policy on our ship, they're genuine connections. There's not that kind of experience where you're like, are they being nice to me because they're trying to part with my money or whatever the case may be? They actually generally want to get to know you, which is really phenomenal. When you start looking at like the different aspects of our cruise, I think past that, the food is what people rave about. It's that idea of having access to all that amazing specialty dining, the meals made to order, and not having to pay a cent to actually experience. That lends to a lot of flexibility as well. So you might be at on one of those amazing itineraries that you showcased, and you know what? You thought you wanted to eat at 6 o'clock, but you're enjoying your time on a late night experience, for instance, in Rome. Well, you can change your reservation, so you're not married to a specific time. And I think one of the biggest things for me is there's no main dining room, so I don't have to have those awkward conversations with the same people every single time I go in there. Right? There's only so many small talks you can do with a complete stranger. So here I can just enjoy myself with whoever I want.
Yeah, for sure. And what I noticed when I did my Virgin Voyages was even though it's, you go back on the ship, so from, one cruise to the next, you might go to the same restaurant again, like the specialty restaurants, but you shake up the menu in between, which I really appreciated. I noticed every time I go on, the menu would be changed. So I'm like, doesn't feel like I'm, eating the same thing again. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's always different options out there for you. I also don't sleep also on the galley. Galleys are food hall, and that's what most people are doing for like breakfast and maybe lunch. But there's some really great like daily specials at night. Like I was on one, I did a New York to Quebec City itinerary in September. And the last night, I just decided to eat at the galley. And so I went up and I talked to the chef, and the chef actually apprenticed under Gordon Ramsay, and he made his beef Wellington. Wow. And I've had the privilege of having like the Wellington in Las Vegas at Ramsay's restaurant. This was better. Like, oh, wow. This was better. And it was great. It was like unpretentious, and we just had a little bit of fun. Yeah. Because sometimes you don't need that the whole formal dining experience.
You know what? I love a good eggs and toast for dinner.
Yeah.
And I can do that in the galley on Virgin. So I think that's fantastic.
You can do whatever you want. I think, and I think also from a food perspective, food's always available. Right. Yeah. I've been on some other like really great brands where, if you don't eat if you want food outside of the dining time, you're paying for it. Mm-hmm. And with us, we just don't do that kind of stuff.
No, it's all included, guys. Like the dining is fantastic. I mean, go on and look at the reviews on Virgin's dining, and it's all included. So for those of you that, are too cheap to do specialty dining, it doesn't matter on this ship because it's there. You get to do it anyways.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't even say cheap. I just don't understand why you have to pay for good food in general, right? Like you pay a good fare to get onto one of these cruises. We just say it's included.
Yeah. Okay. We do have a special booking bonus. And if you've watched any of our other webinars, you know that we've been doing this with everybody, but we are going to be giving away something from Vacations for Canadians. So it's some kind of swag that we have. So we have some pretty cool stuff this year. If you make a booking between November 28th and 30th, so you've literally got 72 hours to get that booking in, and we will send you something, and we're not going to tell you what it is. We're just going to send it to you. So that's exciting. All right. Okay, Sean, as we wrap up, what is your main message that you want to make sure? Actually, we have some questions. So let's do your main message and then we'll get to the questions. What is your main message you want everyone to remember?
Yeah, I think with Virgin Voyages, if you're looking for something a little bit different, you want to enjoy yourself, not based on how old you are, how people perceive you, but just who you are as an individual. You'll love our experience. We are that casual luxe, that premium without pretentiousness. We like to have a little bit of fun, but it's a fun on your accord. If you want to stay up a little later, we got something for you. If you're like me and want to go to bed at 9 o'clock or 9:30, That's okay. There's really
Yep.
great stuff in the morning when I'm in my prime. Let's put it that way.
So you know what I tell my clients, Sean? I tell them, because they always ask me, do I need to be young to go on Virgin Voyages? I always say just young at heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen people well into their 80s doing things that I in my 20s couldn't do. And it's because that's just who they are. And
Yeah.
I love that aspect.
Yep. All right, let's head on to some questions. So Laura's asking us ages of cruisers.
Yeah, sure. So across, I mean, there's always an average age. When you start looking at the Caribbean, the average age is around 52. When you look anything north of like a 5-day voyage, a 4 and 5 days always tends to bring a younger crowd from a price point perspective. And that's not something unique to Virgin. That's just in the industry as a whole. So you're looking about average age of 52 years young in the Caribbean. When you start looking at the Mediterranean, you tend to trend a little bit older. 55 or so is probably the average age. And then last but not least, when you look at our North American products, so you're looking at the ones on the East Coast and even Alaska, because we have Alaska in 26 and 27 that's available. That tends to creep up a little bit. But as I said, it's all about the young at heart. You know what? We never judge anyone by how old or how young they are, as long as they're 18 and plus. We focus on who they are as individuals. So if you like to converse with other people, enjoy yourself, maybe respectfully put your phone down when you're on holidays and actually have a genuine conversation, I think you'd love joining us on one of our voyages.
Yep, agreed. All right. So actually, this is a comment from Pam. So Love Virgin just finished one this month and looking at possibly doing Alaska. So what can you tell us about Alaska? What do you need to tell people?
Yeah. Well, first off, Pam, thank you very much for that. I do appreciate that. I think, you know what, and this is not a sales perspective, it's just more reality. Right now with Black Friday, this is going to be the best offers of the year. We're going to have some really great offers that I'm definitely going to be sharing with our friends here at Vacation for Canadians with our Wave offer. But this is going to have the most lucrative offer. With Alaska, we've got, a very high level on it. We have 7, 9, 10, and 12 day durations. The majority of our sailings are out of Seattle. We do have the first one out of Vancouver and the last one coming back into Vancouver. But I think what makes the biggest difference with us, outside of like adults only and all that jazz, is we're a brand new ship out there. Usually they're not the fresh new ships up there. And 2, we're doing Thursday departures. Thursday departures allows for a couple different things. 1, less crowding in the embarkation port, giving you a more smooth access to the ship. 2, when we're visiting the beautiful ports of call within Alaska, we are going to be 1 or 2 other ships in port at that time, giving you access to the locals without having 30,000 people docked in that specific day, which is really, really nice.
That's a really important thing to know about Alaska for sure.
Well, yeah, the other thing just with Alaska, just quick, is like, because Thursdays, and if you do, like, there's a lot of them that are just those 7-day durations. I mean, there's obviously longer. You actually only really need 1 week holiday because of the weekends. You can daisy chain 2 weekends into that, which is really, really nice. And of course, with all the holidays that happen in the summer months, you can even take less time off because we've got great ones, that marry the Canadian holidays.
Yep. Good point. All right. Okay. Another comment. So Lisa Red Scott saying Virgin Cruises has changed how we cruise with big red heart.
Oh, I love that.
Nice. Thank you, Lisa. Okay, let's go down. All right. We've got Carolyn. My husband and I did the transatlantic from Barcelona to Fort Lauderdale this past October. Was our first Virgin cruise and was amazing. Was the most social ship I've ever experienced with both guests and staff. We met so many people, far more than any other cruise line. Food was amazing too. Thanks to Matt for the booking.
Oh, nice shout out to Matt. Very nice. Thank you very much, Caroline. I appreciate you.
We know Matt loves his Virgin Voyages. That's for sure. Oh, Jonas, the cheesecake in the steakhouse was incredible.
Oh,
I don't think I knew about that, Jonas.
The lemon Meyer cheesecake. Oh, I have dreams about that. But you know what, Jonas? You need to get on Brilliant, because Brilliant has Rojo, and if you like cheesecake, their Spanish cheesecake there will trump that one in the wake. I guarantee it. Yeah.
To write this down.
last time I was on Brilliant, I might have sat and had 2 of them. And don't judge me on that.
No judging. There's no calories anyways when you're on a cruise.
Sure.
All right. Okay. Now we've got Laura again. What if you have a special diet such as gluten-free?
Amazing. I think with us, we always want you to make sure that you tell your travel professional about it, because it sets everything up for success. But when it comes to gluten-free, vegetarian, or vegan preferences or restrictions, whichever way you want to look at it, we can cater everything. Every single restaurant has options available for you, even specifically at gluten-free. There are also little tweaks we can do to certain menu items that make it gluten-free, for instance, as well. But when you're greeted at any of our restaurants, the maitre d' will reconfirm with you, Laura, that you are gluten-free, as well as the waiter or waitress will come and walk you through the menu. Now, if there's any severe, gluten-free is pretty important, but if there's any severe or different diets or preferences, like maybe garlic, for instance, that's a lot of popular one, we'll actually bring the chef out as well to make sure we're catering everything to you. And if we need to prep anything a little bit further away or separate from everything else, we'll take care of you.
Okay, awesome. All right. If anybody has any more questions, because I think that looks like it, pop it in immediately. We'll give you 5 seconds. Okay. Oh, I don't think I see any more. Okay. All right. So Sean, this has been really great, and I really appreciate you coming and joining us. And to everybody that's tuning in, Black Friday is not going to be around for that much longer. I believe Sean said December the 4th.
Correct.
So we need to keep that date in mind. And these rates that we shared tonight, they're not going to last long either, especially, they might sell out because they're such good rates. But get in touch with us so you guys know how to get a hold of us. And if you don't, you can email us at sales@vacationsforcanadians.com. You can go on our website, vacationsforcanadians.com, or you can call us at 289-812-2355. We have lots of agents. They're all fantastic. And you get to work with whoever you want. But if you call us, we'll probably recommend somebody to you. Don't forget, we also have that special booking bonus of the swag, which is the 28th to the 30th. Thank you. I knew it was going to start tomorrow. I knew Linda was thinking about that when she set that up. So starting tomorrow, and then we'll have some swag coming your way. So, all right. Thanks again, Sean, for this. And stay safe, everybody. Stay off those roads.
Yeah. Start planning that next holiday, right? That's the way I look at it. Weather like this is where you dream, right? And then you reach out to your travel professional to make stuff happen.
Yep, for sure. All right. Thanks, guys. See ya.
Happy holidays, everyone.